Hey, YouTube family, YouTube. It's getting a little under the weather today. Been struggling with this little cold I had. Today I'm talking about my purchase I made a couple of weeks ago, maybe early October. It's a 2001 Mercedes CL500 C215 chassis. Beautiful car, black over Palomino or tan or whatever they call it. Beautiful car. Just leaving the post office, getting some things straight. Beautiful car. Rides well. It's a little miserable out here in Washington, but I love it. Love Washington. It's so close to my native New York, but not as cold. It's very nice. But anyway, so I want to talk about my car here. This car is definitely a far cry from the W140 or C140 as we all come to know and love over the years. They've trimmed down the car, they've cut it down, trimmed it, just made it sleeker. Even the sedans, they made them a little sleeker, try to lighten them up a little bit. I don't know where, these things are heavy. Cars are heavy as hell. And we have it's powered by the M113 Mercedes-Benz engine, the V8. Only option for that other than that was the V12, which I'm not interested in getting into because I don't have one. I don't think I'll ever buy one. I can't say I don't understand why people would buy them because they're beautiful motors. They run well, fuel efficient for their size and what they do, and their power output. Just not interested in just not interested in all that. But this V8 is pretty reliable. Car never left me stranded. I mean, I just had the car less than a month, about a month roughly. Brought it out of California and took it all the way to Washington State. And it pretty much the only thing that happened was I think when I was changing the crankshaft position sensor when I bought it, that's where I got it so cheap. I took off the airbox, which I guess messed with the gasket around the air mass meter, which threw a check engine code, and gave me lean left, lean bank right, things like that. The ABC system, the hydraulic active body control suspension here gave me a couple of issues. I had a friend of mine came and did some adjustments with the Star Diagnostic tool. Topped it up with fluid, but it's still got a little rise, a little higher in the rear passenger side, just a little bit, maybe about a finger distance, like that. And you put in 3 fingers. You know what I'm talking about, guys. The halogens up in the halogens up in the high beams they've blown out. I'm trying to replace those. I gotta figure out why they won't light up. But I have them LEDs, and I just ordered some replacement HID bulbs because they're white and they're turning off and turning on, and it's just a total mess. I need my lights. Fog lights work great though. Usually that's the first thing that's messed up. However, everything else pretty much works. The rear sunshade doesn't work. It just stays up. I'm not even gonna fool with it right now. AC works, the heat works. Everything pretty much works. Central locks. I've had since you had the Star Diagnostic. You told me I had an air leak on the rear my seat, on the bladders. But I don't really care about that. And I have to fix the trunk actuator. There's plenty of videos to help with that. I just have to pull it out and glue it, and I'll be able to have full function of the trunk with my remote control or inside switch. I had to put a couple of things together in here because the previous owner, I guess, didn't want to look after it the way it should be. But I'm happy to do so. I like these cars. I've always wanted one. I've just never had the ability to get one, and had to wait for them to really price down to where I can afford them. Just 1 second, parking here. It's just fairly simple to drive, very soft and easy to manage. I like it. Will I keep it forever? Probably not. Just I don't stay with the same car too long. I like cars that I don't have to work on so much. This is one that my hands started getting dirty again, because you have to go digging into stuff. And I changed the oil, and the sump plug was stripped. A total nightmare. So I had to get that bolt taken off. So what I'm going to do in the future is go to the ventilation for the positive ventilation crankcase system on top of the valve covers. Those have to be pulled off. I have to get replacement bolts, reseal them, clean everything out, decarbonize them. Get some maintenance on this car. Breathe back. Turn these wipers off. I'm no longer in the elements. I'm under a carport. But yeah, it's a nice car to drive. You can't do a lot with it. It's basically just a golf bag carrier, as far as carrying cargo. But it's a gentleman's coupe. It's a gentleman's transportation. I like it. I'm a gentleman. I'm not the tuxedo type gentleman. I consider myself to be a gentleman. However, everyone who knows me knows I'm pretty cool. But then there's people that know me that I don't like bullshit, and I get really irate when I see some bullshit. However, we're not talking about that right now. The car is a beaut. I like it. It's nice to look at. The engine is, from what I've read about it over the years, is very reliable. And I was a little leery on the twin spark application. 2 spark plugs per cylinder for what? It gets better fuel economy. I was driving from California to Washington, and I achieved about 25 to 26 miles to the gallon. Believe it or not, with my clothes in it and myself. I'm no lightweight, okay? And my stuff and everything, and I got about 26 to the gallon until the engine code came up for the lean left and right, which I think it has something to do with that gasket under the air box on the air mass meter. So it is what it is. It's one of those things I have to fix, getting one thing here and there, part by part. But I'm just trying to get life back together, and just wanted to share this video with you guys. So if you like, please share, subscribe, like good stuff that everyone says that with real YouTube channels say. Those guys, I can never get to that point because I'm not interesting enough. But I figured anyone who was interested in watching anything about the Mercedes CL500 would be interested in watching this. It's fairly easy to work on. There are plenty of videos that services the sedan, the W220. So if there's nothing about the C215 that you can find, the W220 videos are just fine. Let me get out and show you outside.
And it becomes very difficult to get the economy roaring back to where it was until we find a solution to the pandemic.
So it's not really a question of fighting the virus or boosting the economy, as we've said many times on this program.